the Triple Threat Podcast, about an hour about our world. And that's right. Welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast. I want to thank Alan Cumming for doing that intro. This is a podcast three brothers talk about stuff in the world. I'm Will Vaughn coming to you from Vancouver. Over on the East Coast of Canada, we have Alex and Matt. What's up, guys?
What up? What's going on?
So that's Alex, and Matt's going to say...
I'm going to say... anything.
Man.
Say anything.
Terrific.
Got it.
Terrific improv.
Yeah, it's the one with John Cusack with the
boombox.
Your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Where
it's like
sure.
a 40-year-old movie.
It's not 40 years old.
Yeah.
It will be at some point.
Yeah, it will be at some point.
That's true.
Exactly. It won't die.
That's accurate, man.
That's the thing about a movie never dies when it's out.
What are we going to talk about, guys? What's going on this week?
I don't know, Matt.
What's being discussed?
Pick a topic, guys.
What's going on this week? Are we talking about things that are going to happen?
Yes. We're going to predict.
Have happened.
If you have any insight into things that are going to happen and haven't been announced yet.
Oh, that haven't. Oh, well,
yeah. Other, by insight, either psychic or otherwise, I think we should share that.
Yeah, if you have any...
I'll tell you what won't happen. Canada
clairvoyancy.
playing in the semifinals at the Women's World Cup.
Yeah,
that's too
they
bad.
lost a corker. Lost a corker on Saturday.
Well, the girl falling over on that first goal was brutal,
Yeah.
and I felt like Canada had a lot of pressure for that whole game, but just the whole tournament they haven't been able to score.
Yeah.
Hadn't been able to score. I guess I can talk about it in the past tense.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
that's
It's
a rough
over
way to
for us.
It's
go.
over for
2
the
goals in the 11th and the 14th, and then you dominate from there on out, or relatively so.
Yeah, they look pretty strong afterward.
Because all I needed to do was tie it up. It can't go.
Put the puck in the net.
Yeah,
you know?
it can't end with a tie. Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll go to...
I mean, putting the puck in the net will be useless.
Yeah.
But that's
Put the
only because
round
I use
puck
it.
in the net.
The round puck. I mean, pucks are round
puck.
anyway.
Sphere puck. Sorry, got there.
I liked
Sphere.
Christine Sinclair's goal, though. Just barrels in there, then once across the line, just picks it up and runs with the ball. He's like...
That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what you gotta do. That's that comeback stuff.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. It's good. And she showed a lot of fire. The team really... yeah, you're right, Alex. They really did show a lot of pressure.
Did you watch
for
it?
For what I could see.
Yeah.
I actually missed... I was at the drugstore. It was on television. And it was like...
Picking up drugs at the drugstore.
I was getting drugs, and it was in the 7th minute. It was 0-0. I was like, all right, go home. 5 minutes later, it's like 2-0.
2-0.
Are you kidding me?
What the heck happened?
Yeah, and the daggers at the 11th and 14th minute were too much to overcome.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you can allow 2 goals, but if you allow 2 goals in that kind of succession, that really rocks a team. But I think Canada showed a lot of heart. They really rallied. That Buchanan kid, what's her name? Kanisha Buchanan. She's got a rocket up her tuchus, man. She took that ball.
She's everywhere.
Everywhere. No, she was great. She was devastated after the loss too. But she's a kid. She'll be there a bunch more times.
Yeah, Kadisha.
Yeah,
so
Kadisha.
she's 20.
Yeah, super young.
So I'd have to assume that's the last World Cup for Christine Sinclair. I don't know. She might do how old is Christine Sinclair? So she's 32. Yeah, she might be able to do the Olympics, but I don't think she'd be doing
The next World Cup.
the next World Cup.
So that'd be
2019.
Shouldn't she be 30? I suppose she'd be 36 by then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, I don't know. England's a good team, but.
They are. I mean, they were the higher ranked team and everything.
Sure. Yeah, they were when we
being the host and how well they did at the Olympics 2 years ago. There was high hopes for that. So not 2 years ago, I guess. 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah. These tournaments are tough, though. They're really hard.
I guess you could do the world. Yeah, I forgot that this is an odd year. So the Summer Olympics are
a year from now.
Right? In Rio.
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, in Rio.
I get really confused by things because a lot of places have like Brazil had the World Cup and then they have the Olympics, and same with Russia had the Olympics and then the World Cup. So
yeah,
so it's kind of like, oh, it's back. Okay, they got something else too.
We're doing another national world event there.
Go for it then.
I guess if they created the
way.
infrastructure, then
Yeah, but they don't use really much of the same infrastructure between the two
A stadium.
A stadium.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, BC Place Stadium looked nice on TV. Next,
It really did. It really did.
does.
We didn't even know where that was when we were watching. We're like, where is that?
oh
I
no,
mean, I knew, but
I mean, it's a no brainer to me. They put the final here. which is going to be this Sunday. I'm going to predict it'll probably be the U.S. and Japan again, but that's just based on history, and Japan looks very strong, and the U.S. team looks very strong. They beat China with a couple of their players out on cards, right, or however you say that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So they'll come back in a big way. But
I don't know if there's a proper term for that.
I guess, yeah,
and
you would know. You're Mr.
Not playing.
Mr. Soccer.
I wouldn't know, but of all of us, I'd be the most likely one to know, and I don't.
That's fine.
I don't know.
That's okay. But it was fun. Canada had a good run, and it was good, classy of the crowd to give them the applause they deserve.
Yeah, and I think they'll still get a good crowd for the final. And I don't.
Oh yeah,
I find the games pretty exciting when I watch them personally. Other people are kind of like, "This is really slow," but I don't know. I don't find that to be the case at all. I wouldn't watch like Norway against Sweden or anything like that.
Yeah, but these tournaments when they these tournaments when they get to the nitty gritty, I mean, the final's going to be great. Final's going to be two powerhouses against each other, and if it is the U.S. and Japan, that'll absolutely be a sellout. Every U.S. game's been a sellout here.
Oh, they get a good crowd there.
Japanese game's been a sellout here. I was talking to some American soccer fans at work one day. I said,
"Are they expat? Oh, are they from the States? Are they expats?
No, they're from the States. They came up to and they were asking what's good to do in town. And I was like, all right, enjoy the match tomorrow. And they're like, oh, you called it by the right thing. I was like, yes, thank you very much.
Enjoy the hockey game with the soccer ball.
Yeah, I know. We have a manager who's English. He's like, no, it's called football. It's like, yeah, where you're from it is, pal. We call it.
It's not here. Be confusing everybody.
Don't be that guy who shows up someplace and be like, no, you got to call it this. I mean, I get why, but he used to play
jerseys,
too.
they're kits.
Yeah, they're kids.
I'm a stylish American. I've been forcing myself to watch soccer for 10 years.
Are they kits if it's just the shirt? I've asked somebody that, and she said it is.
I would not consider. I would consider the kit to be shorts and
shirts and the shirt, right? Like lots of people wear their shirts. If you're wearing both in public,
there's a term for it, I believe.
Yeah, like it's a hockey jersey. It's a hockey kit if you wear the stupid dumb pants that come with it.
You wouldn't call it a kit.
I know. I'm kidding.
No, you wouldn't call it the stupid dumb pants. You mean like the?
Well, be more obvious in your jokes, Alex.
Well,
like the Cooperalls.
Welcome to my life, man.
Yikes.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, there's the music Sting. Thanks, Headley.
Classic.
Is that Headley?
No, it's Sting.
Plan.
You said it.
No, it's not Sting. It's not
Simple Plan.
Welcome to.
It is
Pierre.
Welcome to my life.
That's Sting.
Oh, was that your
covering
Sting
Simple Plan.
singing? Oh,
That's Sting covering Simple Plan.
that was hard.
Man.
To the tune of whatever that.
Don't
song
stand
was.
so close to me.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't sing that song ever again.
How many songs are requests? Don't stand so close to me. Don't go breaking my heart. What else?
A request? It
songs
sounds like
are
a
requests?
demand, really. It's not like, please don't stand so close to me. I request.
Request. Don't stand so close to me.
Is Lady Marmalade? Does it have to be in the title of the song?
I think it has to be the title. I
Okay.
think.
Is Lady Marmalade a request?
Also, that's a question, not a
I
request.
don't know.
No, but voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
It's a question,
It's
not
a
a
question.
Oh, it
It's
is
not a request. Right,
It's
right,
not a
right,
request.
right,
It's
right,
very
right,
specific genre.
Right.
How many songs? I can't even start to think about how many songs are requests.
Don't shoot me. I'm just the piano man.
So many
I'm
of them
not
are.
even acknowledging that.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's one.
No. Could you smell like Teen Spirit, please?
That's one. Oh, heck. Speaking of, we were talking about hockey jerseys, guys. The draft took place. A bunch of trades took place on Friday in Miami. Gary Bettman said there was standing room only in the rafters, and hockey is alive and well in South Florida, which the crowd ate up. They quite enjoyed that. And this is something I only noticed like after. I just took it for I just took it as fact when it happened. So the Oilers sort of unveiled a new jersey. Obviously, they picked Connor McDavid first overall, but he was wearing number 97. And I can't think of another draft pick that was picked with their junior jersey number on the jersey.
Yeah, rather than isn't usually
draft
the year.
Yeah, everybody else had 15.
When you have first overall pick and you're picking Connor McDavid, you can kind of make that call, right? You can make those decisions.
And they did, yeah.
I just didn't know it was a decision to be made, I guess. I thought it was just like, hey, this is your...
This is it.
Yeah.
Is he 97 because he was born in 97? Because I am not okay with that.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Well, then all of the players in his year would wear 97 too. I don't understand how like one guy gets to pick that unless he's born September 7th, 1997.
Well, he's the best. He's the best player of his generation.
He is, but he wasn't when he started. He wasn't when he started.
I say generation. That's not really the good use of generation.
That's just check your privilege at the door, sir.
Check your privilege. Well, Gretz talked him up a bunch, and I think
he's January 13th.
January 13th. So he didn't want to be 113.
Malcolm Gladwell wins another one.
He didn't want to be A113. That's
Malcolm Gladwell wins another one. Put one in the win column from Malcolm Gladwell. He got.
That's my favorite horse. Malcolm Gladwell wins another one.
Malcolm Gladwell. Did you see the guy who wrote Blink? No, is that somebody else?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the heck is Blink? I was talking to somebody about that the other day.
It's a band. They had some songs.
No, it's Blink 182.
No, it's Blink 182.
Yeah.
There's no band called Blink. And there probably is a band called Blink.
Can you help me? I'm Blink.
There you go. There's another music sting from Matchbox 20.
I think that was bent by Matchbox 20.
This is just we're cranking out.
Hashtag killing it.
Cranking out the hits of the last 15 years.
Cranking out something. I don't know.
It rhymes with hits.
Quality.
It does rhyme with
it's an anagram.
It actually uses the same letters and everything.
Yeah, there you go. One of my favorite.
An anagram of hits. Figure it out, and it's not this.
All right, so
cranking out this.
So McDavid goes first, and then of course Tim Murray comes up and just says, "Sabres Big Jack Eichel," and that's the Big Jack Eichel, which is very entertaining.
Still pissed off about it.
Yeah, and all the other GMs like, first we want to thank the great fans, South Florida, yay, and the Arizona Coyotes, almost said Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals. Bruce Arians picks.
Carson Palmer.
Boston had 3 picks in the first round. And they
in a row.
They traded a bunch.
They traded like crazy.
Dougie Hamilton got moved to Calgary. And Lucic is now with the Kings.
Which is great. So these teams that the Canucks play, I think 4 or 5 times a year. Great. So we got some more Bruins in our division. That's good.
I thought that they were looking at Lucic. That was the rumor.
Yes, it was the rumor.
One of the teams in the market, which would be great. I mean, hometown kid and all.
Vancouver dealt hometown favorite Eddie Lack, the goaltender. They traded him for a 3rd-round pick to the Hurricanes.
And a 7th, I think.
And a 7th, yeah. So that's too bad. Eddie was a good kid.
Here's how stupid I am. I was like, well, who's their goalie now? Oh, Ryan Miller.
Ryan Miller, yeah.
But I forgot he was there for some reason.
Yeah, I know. So did the fans. and not through any fault of his own. He's been okay, but there is the increasing groundswell of kind of the theory that Vancouver's a bit of a goaltender graveyard, which I'm like, it's kind of looking like
that forever.
Yeah, I suppose so, but it's
until you had a really good goalie for a long time. You took it to the Stanley Cup Finals, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much you can ignore an exception, right?
Yeah, that's true. He was great, and then he just I think mentally wasn't tough enough for that series against Boston. It was too difficult to go in.
I don't think that was.
I think that's it entirely. I think he's not mentally tough.
There's maybe
when you go to Boston, you get blown. When you win marginally at home and then get blown out every game on the road and then lose at home 4-0. That was
you can look at goaltending. You can look at goals scored too. Though.
Yeah, that's true.
Just as much.
That's true. Yeah. But when the team goes down, whatever. I can't remember.
Vancouver was also not tough. Like, Vancouver as a team, not very tough as well, right? Because you remember when Daniel Sedin got punched in the face 20 times by Brad Marchand? Yeah, Brad Marchand is a little idiot, but
yeah, no, I agree.
Daniel Sedin or somebody should have also been like, "Oh, don't do that. Don't punch him in the face 20 times."
Well, the turning point of that series, and we're talking about the Stanley Cup Final from 4 years ago, but it's the only Stanley Cup Final game I've ever seen live. So, the turning point of that series was in Boston when, I want to say Tanner Glass, but this is probably wrong. Laid out Nathan Horton and Boston really rallied around that, and that's what turned everything around. So,
of course, Nathan Horton's going to have a wonderful.
It was really the broken stick that led to the goal in the what game was that? It was one game. It was the first Vancouver blowout that they had against Boston.
Well, that would have been probably Game 3, the first game in Boston.
Yeah, that was the first time it actually went to hell.
Yeah,
but. Anyway, that's
we digress.
Yes.
We digress, but that was Roof Stoof, and I was glad I wasn't in town for that Game 7. I'm glad I didn't spend exorbitant amounts of money on that. I think it's the nice thing about I mean, if there can be any silver lining, that Women's World Cup, I think that at least the tickets were affordable. I know a bunch of.
Well, I was going to ask, how much are the tickets?
I know for this doesn't mean anything now, but I know for the preliminary round, like kind of upper bowl tickets were hovering around the $40 mark. That's not too bad, I don't think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It was nice that they didn't have to put they have that canopy that they put out.
By prelims, you mean like round robin?
That's what I mean. Sorry.
Okay, not like pre-tournament games.
Not pre-tournament games.
Okay, I got you.
But they had they didn't. I was glad that they were able to use the full stadium. They didn't have the kind of canopy out that they have for Whitecaps games, because they have a canopy that they put out that blocks off the upper bowl and just kind of makes it more intimate inside. Kind of contains the noise, which is smart.
Old WWE style.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not the. It's not curtains up on the upper bowl
blocking
seats.
out.
It's not just blocking out the
seats.
seats. Gotcha. It's like creating another kind of dome. So it's like almost a stadium within a stadium.
I'm with you.
Which is kind of cool. Stadiums are where you play soccer and football. Arenas are where you play hockey. Matt, any arenas in the North America suitable for hockey that don't currently have a team?
Well, you know what? There are a few.
There are a few.
A few different options. So this
Thanks,
week,
Barack.
Oh, thank you. Big week for Barack Obama last week.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So while there was the draft happening, the same week there was the announcement by the NHL they're opening up offers for expansion.
Now accepting bribes.
Well, not really. Well, and the interesting thing is they said that they wouldn't say exactly what number they would charge for an expansion team, but Gary Bettman said it started with a 5, which means everybody figures it's $500 million.
$500.
There's nowhere other than a number that could work.
That you had to buy an expansion team? What the heck?
Yeah, so with expansion teams, I think the last
French.
expansion team round was like, I think teams were actually only like $50 or $60 million to pay for.
And that was 10 times?
But now you pay the NHL $500 million to start a team.
Well, that's good for the league.
Exactly. But I mean, like, it's also kind of unnecessary, and people think it's ridiculous. But anyway, $500 million. The earliest they would start would be in 2 years' time, 2017, 2018.
Like accepting offers, or actually like icing a team?
That would be when a team hits the ice with a name and team.
Yeah, okay.
And play games.
An expansion draft would be that summer, 2017. So
oh, okay, I get it.
So I want to just kind of bring up. There's a few different options here for locations for an expansion team or relocations. Might as well just open that up as well. The chance people might move.
Yeah, because it's a 30-team league, and you really can't add too many more. I think the max you could do would be like an NFL thing would be 32 teams.
32.
You don't want to go any higher than that, in my opinion. But anyways, okay.
Yeah. So I'll just throw some out here. You guys tell me what you think. What do you guys think of Seattle as a spot? Don't really have an arena yet.
No, they need a new arena, but Seattle would be tremendous. They're a tremendous sports city now. I think they showed that with the Seahawks, and I think they can do it.
Okay.
I wonder, are they going to get an NBA team back?
That's their first priority.
Okay.
I
think they want.
I would think maybe if they had the arena. So if you had the arena for the NBA team. And then you're just like, for the NHL, you're like, and we already have an arena and it's brand new. If you have that, because new arenas are very, very attractive. You need to have, the nice, the executive suites and all that sort of thing. You need that stuff. And the Key Arena is garbage. It's an awful arena.
And all that jazz. Have you been there?
Oh, yeah, I've been there a couple times. I've been there for
WWE?
Yeah, for Over the Limit 2011 and Raw. And I mean, it's fine. I mean, when WWE is there, they gussy up the place a little bit, but it's very old. And I've been to and they renamed it. I can't remember what they've called it. The Moda Arena in Portland. That's kind of old too. I think it's like about 20 years old.
Don't skip ahead, Will.
Sorry.
Don't read ahead in the book.
Don't read ahead in the book. Well, anyway, if you're
get everything I said up to this moment
is Las Vegas. Which is the one that everyone's talking about because they were in Las Vegas when they made the announcement.
Now, dumb question.
Yeah, they've been talking about that one for a while.
Does Las Vegas?
They sold season tickets.
Do they have an arena?
They're building one.
They're building one. Okay, because all I know are like the little fight venues, the Mandalay, and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're gonna play in the Mandalay.
They're gonna play the MGM.
They're gonna freeze the Bellagio fountain. They're gonna play.
Nice, yeah, that's good for skating uphill, like Blade said.
Yeah,
Las Vegas seems to be almost a sure thing.
Yeah, I'm only going by what I've heard rumor-wise in terms of it seems like they really want to go there for whatever reason. So I think it's a terrible idea, but
It seems
I
like
think
a
that's
terrible
the most
idea.
likely. It seems like the most likely one for whatever reason. Batman really wants to go there.
He really wants to go there. I think he sees it as the new kind of horizon for entertainment. I think, whatever. I think
he really wants to go into new events, like Horizon for Entertainment. He should put a team on the internet.
Yeah, team on the internet.
Our team plays on the World Wide Web.
Yeah, the spiders, playing the whole web thing. But yeah, Las Vegas. I think Las
that
Vegas.
went over my head entirely.
That's fine.
Spiders. That's a stupid name for a team.
No, I had to explain it. Yeah, I think
good.
Las Vegas would be a bad idea, but I think it's going to happen. So what can we do about it? It's just
I don't
bad idea
know
that's
what
gonna
the fan base is like there. Do people
It's
live
bad.
in Las Vegas?
it'll be just
People
tourists.
live there, but there's not enough NHL teams that are really there. I was reading an article that I've read before. It's by Nate Silver of 538. He does a lot of statistical analysis. And he recently covered, not recently, in the last few years, he covered information about NHL expansion. And so as I get through the list, I'll mention a couple of things that he talked about in it. But part of the things he said is that Las Vegas is a bad location. It's not a good site. I'll give you the numbers here. So there's a population of people in Las Vegas is 1.7 million people,
Wow, that's low.
of which 5% are NHL fans, which means that the NHL fan population is 90,000, which is the least. Like if you count all the... if you look at all the teams in the league right now, that is the worst behind Nashville by a lot.
And Nashville's got some pretty dedicated fans there. I thought in the playoffs anyway. Anyway, keep going.
So 90,000 is fine if those 90,000 people keep going.
I guess
to
if you look
games.
at if you're talking about the core population of Las Vegas, that's what it is. I wonder what the inflated population is.
On a given day.
Yeah, on a given how many people are there on a given day,
Especially
versus,
seasonal,
how
right?
many
Because there'll be
people
more
there.
people there in the summer, I think, than the winter. And I just remembered that Las Vegas currently does have an arena because WWE does shows there every so often. So I'm sure they're getting a new one though because they have the money.
Yeah,
But it's also they're right in it's Las Vegas, weird kind of strip right in the middle of the desert. I guess kind of where Arizona plays now, but
yeah, exactly. That's the other thing is that it's kind of reminiscent of the Coyotes.
a little bit, right? Playing in the desert, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we go north again, back to Portland, Will, you're saying that the arena there is not very nice.
It's okay. It's a little dated though.
A little dated. Do you think Portland? I think they could.
What's the population of Portland?
We'll have to look that up. 1.7
I
million.
feel like that'd be a strong hockey city, but that's just me.
They do have the Winterhawks.
I blame Fred Armisen for that.
Yeah, probably. They do have the Winterhawks. And
Portland has a population of
like soccer a lot.
609,000. That's just the.
That's got to be
proper?
like city
That's
proper.
the metro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
city
metro.
proper. Yeah, exactly. Oh, 2.3 million live in the metropolitan area.
In the area, okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah, we're including Vancouver, Washington. Oh, no, not Vancouver, Washington. Was it Vancouver, Washington?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Because Portland is like
Bing bong.
basically once you cross the Washington border heading south, you're in Portland. That's where it is. It's kind of the top north west corner of the state. I was going to say province, but I stopped myself.
Yeah. Then we'll go to Kansas City. Kind of boring an option there. Yeah, they have an arena, but
And they had a team. They had the Scouts
they had a team. They had scouts.
that moved to New Jersey.
Totally.
Next up, Quebec City. They already announced. They said, "Yep, we're going to go for an expansion team." They have a beautiful new arena there.
They've built it.
Videotron.
They've built it.
Yeah, it's super built. The Ramparts are moving there next year.
Oh, good for them.
It's super built.
What's the capacity?
It's very constructive.
Where's the seating capacity there?
9?
Probably.
Yeah, they can fit at least 9 people there. I think.
Yeah, 9 people with a lot of leg room.
Very enthusiastic people.
It's got to be. I'd say it's probably at least 16.
It's way more than that.
Yeah.
It's 18,000.
Yeah, there you go. Close enough. So that's about a Rogers Arena size.
18,259.
There you go. So that's nice. And I think I'd like to see hockey come back to Quebec. Of course, Canadians like to see teams on this side of the pitch. And this side of the pitch, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's an expression.
Yeah, sure.
That's not an expression.
I'm using it. Winnipeg came back. I think at some point we'll see Quebec come back too. I'm pulling for them.
Yeah, I would like to say that too. The Nordiques. Next up, a city that is near and dear to all our hearts, Milwaukee.
Yes, home of the Brew Crew.
Home of the Brew Crew.
So yeah, it seems like it would be geographically a good place for
Wisconsin,
it's northern.
They seem to be a good hockey state, I would think, next to Minnesota, which is the state of hockey, which had a team return to them into whenever they did, 98.
Whenever they did, yeah, exactly.
Here's what I think's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that between expansion and some team moving, that Vegas, Quebec, and Seattle will be the next 3 places to get.
Those
teams.
seem to be the most logical to me. I think Kansas
and I
City
feel like
will
the
always be a
Coyotes are
stretch.
going to move to one of them. I think Milwaukee and Kansas City are too much of a stretch for whatever reason. Real hunger to get a team, I guess. I think Vegas is just going to pay for one with cash.
Yeah.
And then Quebec City's just going to,
Can they pay in chips?
Yeah,
though?
they'll bet on black. And,
well, if you cash out, yeah.
Yeah, they'll cash out. And
It's like in Casino Royale where Bond wins and he tips the guy like $500,000. You're like, yeah, that's worthless. He got an e transfer, so that that chip is worth nothing to the dealer. Thanks.
Exactly. Yeah,
Here's $500,000. Yeah, well, great. This is useless to me. Thank you.
it's the big rib that
Can't
James
put this in
Bond
my
played on
pocket.
him. Yeah,
They'll fire me.
they will kill me. This is Casino Royale. People die here. All right, so Milwaukee. Anything else on the list, Matt?
Oh, I've got at least 6 more.
Okay, we'll go.
Do you really?
We'll just
I seriously
Well,
do.
no,
They're not all.
we'll entertain
They're not all
them.
American. They're interesting. Okay, here's 3 we'll just knock off here. Houston,
Sorry, keep going.
Houston,
Houston,
Cleveland, Connecticut.
Cleveland, Connecticut. What do they all have in common?
There's no NHL team there,
No
and
NHL
there's people who live there.
Well, Connecticut had one. They had the Whale.
They did the Hartford Whalers.
They had the
Yeah, the
Whale.
Arrows. The Arrows are in Houston right now. The AHL.
Are they still? I thought they moved.
Maybe.
I can't see Ohio getting 2 hockey teams, Columbus and Cleveland. I can't really see that happening.
Houston Aeros left in 2013, Alex. Sorry. They're now the Iowa Wild.
Iowa Wild. To say that Iowa Wild. That's not good.
They're the Iowa Wild.
It's not good if you're missing a tongue.
Stuart.
That's tough. Houston.
Most things are hard to say if you're missing a tongue.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Alex, you'd be like the Sultan from WWF. Alex, you've been to Houston. You think they're a big hockey town there?
I don't.
Not so much. Okay.
I don't. They don't have anything in terms of. I guess they just play at the Toyota Center.
yeah.
I assume so. So the stadium's
Right.
already there. I don't think they have much of a population that are really truly hardcore hockey fans. Because I mean, the Arrows moved. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just like, well,
There's lots of money. There's lots of money there for people. I think that's where a lot of these cities kind of can come by and be like, well, we have the money for it, and we'll see what happens. But I don't think there's not a real thirst for hockey there. They don't even have, like, all their rinks are just in malls.
yeah,
If you're
that's
trying to
something
play
that
pickup or something like that, they don't really have a lot of facilities for people there. So
yeah, it's something America does. They put rinks in malls, which is weird.
yeah, it's really
seen
weird.
one of
You're just walking like, oh, there's a hockey rink.
Yeah, I've seen one in Portland. I was like, really? Okay, go for it.
So
I'm
saying Houston's not.
well, much like Ohio.
I didn't know,
can't see
Matt, you had a
Texas
dozen
getting
people, a dozen teams.
I can't
Yeah,
see Texas getting two NHL teams.
Yeah, but Texas compared to, I mean, Texas is like Ohio is actually not a small
It's
state.
the second
at all, but
biggest
Texas
state.
is huge.
Texas,
Yeah.
second biggest state in the union. You got to put a team in
Yeah,
Austin, I
exactly,
think, before you
so.
put a team in Houston. Keep Austin weird. It'd be weird if they had a team. What are the last 3 teams, cities, Matt, you have?
Well, okay, I don't want to just rip through this. Okay, next one is a second team in Toronto or Hamilton or Markham. Some people have thought maybe they'll put another team in the Air Canada Center.
I thought Markham was building a stadium.
I'm not sure where that ended up.
Okay.
So, Southern Ontario seems like such a dense hockey crazy population that it's almost a no-brainer to me that they wouldn't put another team there. If New York City can have 2, and it is New York City, can have 2 teams, and New York State has 3, I think that Ottawa will come on. Southern Ontario can get another one. I think there's room there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's a thirst for it. I don't know what kind of fan base you're going to get out of it because you're just kind of being like, hey.
Get all the people who are like sick of the Leafs. And, like,
Yeah, just be like,
Can't
"Oh,
afford
screw
season
that."
tickets otherwise.
yeah, that's true. That'd be nice if there was an affordable option for families. I think that'd be very nice.
Okay, second last one, Moscow.
Won't happen, but
What?
is
Is that a
sure.
real thing?
It's also pronounced.
People-
it's pronounced
they wanna-
Moscow.
Moscow. What? Well, okay, I knew that. I didn't want to be the guy who was like Moscow.
Well, I am.
I know. Yeah,
I'll
I can see
take that bullet for you, sir.
I'll be that.
Yeah,
guy.
I'll be that guy.
Yeah. So like the NHL, they said they want to possibly expand to Europe. I don't see how that's practically feasible.
No, I think it's a bad idea for the NFL to do it. For the NHL, which plays an 82-game season, it's a terrible idea.
Well,
Yes.
London makes way more sense than Moscow.
Are there English hockey fans? Their teams are terrible. There's no English
I mean,
players.
in terms of like geography, I guess.
Yeah, and
Geographically, yes.
Geographically,
like,
it makes way more sense.
in
Like,
NHL 15,
travel-wise is all I meant.
I think they have a 1 star in every category. They're a very bad international team, according to a video game.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. Moscow, I don't think so.
Last option here, guys, and bear with me here. Halifax.
Yeah, woo!
Halifax is a population 668,000. 46% are avid NHL fans. That means the NHL fan population is 310,000, which is more than Nashville, Miami, Raleigh, Columbus, Phoenix, and Tampa.
Really?
Just behind St.
Broke as
Louis.
hell.
So,
We broke as hell over here.
Yeah, that's the only problem is we broke his head.
No money for it.
and
And there's no like in some places you kind of can have that group who's going to lobby for put a team together and all that. But here it's just like, hey, you paying? I'm not paying for this.
Yeah,
I'll go, but I'm not I'm not fronting the cash.
I'll go,
So
but I won't front the dough.
That's the least likely out of everything you said.
But
you think it's the least likely? I don't.
But I would so love it. Oh, I would so love it. What if
Halifax will never have a pro sports team.
Yeah, but what do you get?
Never a pro sports team? I doubt that. No way. Okay. They'll have one in 10 years.
I hope so. I'm
CFL counts out.
I'm optimistic.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're pro athletes. I'm not throwing that in quotations, even though I did. Well, what's the industry out there? You got ships, building ships, right?
No, I don't think we've started that. We've built the shipbuilder area.
Yeah.
I don't know when that contract
We've
comes
built
into
ships
play.
historically, though, Alex. That's not. We're not.
Yes,
we're not
Matthew,
starting
that's
building ship
true.
next year.
We're talking. Thank you, but we're talking about what's going to fund an NHL team, and historically, building ships doesn't count.
Well,
can't be like the Blue Nose too.
No, bear
no,
with
I'm
me.
just
The
saying
Blue Nose is on the dime, right? Okay,
we
so
still
get a lot of
build
dimes
ships now.
Yeah, build
lot
a
of
couple,
dimes.
but right.
Roll them up.
Yeah,
We build a couple, but you want like the big, you want your ship to come in you want to build the big guys, right? Which you won the contract for. So I don't know, maybe that takes off, right? And build a bunch of ships and I don't know, maybe Kickstarter. Why not Kickstarter? $500 million Kickstarter. Get going on that.
We'll put in $10.
We were talking about where I think we talked about this before, where you would build a stadium, right, out there. Yeah. Where would we build an arena? Oh, build it on the water. That'd be sweet.
The base, like right where Shannon Park is, at the base of the Citadel Hill on Dartmouth side. Not Citadel Hill, McKay Bridge.
Yes,
I get those things confused all the time.
All the time.
Seems very
Citadel
dangerous.
Hill, McKay Bridge.
So then it would be like it'd be kind of like a New York Giants Jets thing where the Giants and Jets play in New Jersey, then the Halifax team would play in Dartmouth.
Dartmouth is Halifax.
Dartmouth is Halifax.
Oh, still? Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still the regional municipality, but it's just
We're not
Halifax.
going to unamalgamate.
No, they're not going to
I thought they-
unamalgamate. Demalgamate.
I thought they
Unmalgamated.
unmalgamated.
Or
they
they
just changed
think
the name,
Dartmouth
right?
would have their own mayor, and
No.
all they did was change the name.
Because we don't want to be the Halifax Regional Municipality.
Yeah.
I thought Colby Village had their own mayor. They should.
Oh my god.
They should.
Yeah, I'm the mayor of Colby Village.
I see. I just said there was. I'm the mayor of Colby Village, and you don't even live there.
You don't even live there.
You're hoity-toity.
I just said that.
Yeah. It's easier
Well,
to run it.
we didn't hear
It's
that.
easier to run it from a distance, though. That way, you can look back on your land, right? And kind of.
Yeah, get a high angle.
Yeah, you get a high angle. Good. All right. So Halifax absolutely can't put a pro hockey team in what's called now the Scotiabank Center. How many more years does that have in it? I guess they need to, I don't know, take out the seats in that place or something. They need to gussy it
Well,
up.
they are.
doing that now.
Oh,
You know they are, right?
okay, good. All right, so step
my
one
gosh,
is
well.
done.
Scotiabank taking that over is a 10-year contract worth, I think,
$500 million?
$5 million, so $500,000 a year. So the first thing they're doing that either now or are on their way to doing it.
Every seat has an ATM or has like a little pin pad on it that you can buy stuff at your seat. The orange seats.
They're the worst.
Are they auctioning them off or something? Are they selling them? The old seats?
I
That'd be
don't
nice.
think they can give those away.
I'd take a row.
I take a row.
You take a row?
Dude,
Where would you put it?
Is it in a,
Put it in my. I would take 2 rows. I would make a little thing, and I would build
bleachers?
like a theater,
Yeah,
like a movie theater in my house
with the most
So
uncomfortable
you don't
seats.
have a house, you have an apartment, and there's no place to put it.
Okay, Alex, come on.
Come on, he's dreaming big here. He's dreaming
People
of
are,
a.
Dreaming
people are gonna come
improperly.
find me,
He's
man.
not
Don't do
dreaming
this.
properly.
He's dreaming of a world where Milwaukee and Halifax have hockey teams, and he's got.
Yeah,
a
nothing.
It's like when
I really want Milwaukee to have an NHL.
We're pulling for
Melissa
Milwaukee.
McCarthy is. It's like when Melissa McCarthy's talking in Spy, where she's like saying all the phrases her mom used to say to her.
Oh yeah,
Like,
give up on your
yeah.
dreams. She put that one to my lunch.
Yeah, she put that in a note on my lunch.
Will, you saw that
And
movie?
there's a couple other ones.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll mention that. We've talked about it before in the podcast.
Don't be too
a couple
eager.
times. And I watched
It's
Spy.
the week 3 weeks of Spy.
Yeah, which is like what on the box office list, like number 9 or number 9. Or it's probably fallen out of the top 10. Anyway, I finally got around to seeing Spy. I'm a fan of comedies, and I thought it was pretty good. A couple of hiccups here and there. I think a lot of the jokes relied on two things. They relied on a lot of swearing, like
Yes,
a lot of F's.
There's a turn in that character at one point.
She just
And
loses
she
it.
just completely 180s. And you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, we didn't really establish this turn, but
Yeah, which
All
is
right.
which kind of comes out of
Very
nowhere, where
aggressive.
she was like a
Very
very kind of
aggressive.
sweet little like, oh okay, doting woman. But I guess it comes from a lot of rage and anger. So I say yes, she's very aggressive, and there was too many jokes that relied on swears. But the ironic side of that is my favorite character in the movie was Jason Statham's character, who swears a ton, but he's hilarious. He's hilarious. The stuff he says.
that line
is
at the
hilarious.
end. That line at the end, I died laughing.
Yeah, he's
Where'd you get that suit?
I
I don't know why I find that. I died laughing. Like the credits are rolling, and I was still laughing at it. I don't know why.
He was hilarious, and so yes, a lot of the jokes I think relied on swearing, and a lot of the jokes relied on someone assessing something, being like, "Yeah, well, that looks like a blankety blank turned to blankety blank blank," and like, oh, "I'm not getting in that car. It looks like a blankety blank was a blankety blank blank." Like a lot of that, it's like you look like a this and you look like a that. So that joke's okay a couple times, but it came up. It came up a lot of times.
It's like oddly fast-paced comedy when you're like, just slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down a frog's hair.
And some visceral violence.
So yes, a lot. Yeah, very, very violent. I can't remember the name of the character, but the guy who was in The Office, and he's currently in Silicon Valley. He had a gnarly kind of gnarly. He went gnarly. He went gnarly, and yeah, that fight in the kitchen was pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of violence in there. It's an action comedy, so I think I was entertained overall because some jokes were
From The Office in it.
good. I don't know. He played. I want to say Kent, but I think that's wrong.
That's not right.
I know. I just said thanks. All right.
I'm just affirming your incorrectness.
Yeah.
Were you happy when Who's It showed up?
Yeah. The weird cameo. I think we can mention it now. Was 50-cent piece. I was like, okay, I don't know why you gotta. He's. What was the last movie I saw him in? I think it was.
Well, he's not an actor, so.
Yeah, he showed up in one movie like kind of unexpectedly, where he was like a tech guy.
It was Spy.
No, it wasn't Spy.
Just happened. Oh, okay.
I was actually talking about. He's not even. It's an order of appearance. I'm never going to find this guy. Seferinovitz.
Oh, Serafinowicz.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in it, so it was kind of interesting to see him show up.
Yeah, I like Serafinowicz, and I like him at the end. He's like, I was actually, playing that
Oh,
role.
Zach Woods. Okay, I got you
Yes.
now. I got you now.
You know what I mean, right? That kid.
He was in it so briefly. Yeah, he went in an early way, for sure.
He went in an
For
early way,
sure.
but he got flown to France for it, I imagine, and so I was happy for
He
him.
had an okay time. And Paul Fig did a lot of directing of The Office as well. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know if that's a
That's
connection
his
or
kind. No, that makes sense. That's his style. That's his kind of style.
So I will say, go see Inside Out though if you haven't had a chance to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to. I just don't want to see it alone because I don't want to be crying in a movie theater by myself. Absolutely, that's been.
I did not cry.
Recommended. Oh. We got a robot over
Tough
here.
guy here.
Yeah, tough guy over here. I made a concerted effort not to, but I was just like,
Just let it go, man. Just like Frozen said.
no, I'm not going to do it. And Matt's our sister-in-law / Matt's wife, not a huge fan of the opening. The little short at the beginning, which I think you mentioned on this podcast. I loved it. I love the opening. Short, if you will. Right, Matt? She didn't like it that much.
That's correct, sir.
Okay.
Where'd you go,
You
Matt?
sound like you're far away. Where'd you go, bud?
Oh, sorry. I was sitting back.
Don't sit. Don't sit.
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
You can't do either of those things. So come and be on the mic and be on the show.
Oh, snap.
All right, attitude. Just because I know Zach Woods is not named Kent on The Office.
Well, what was
doesn't
his
mean,
name on The
doesn't
Office?
say that.
Was there a Kent?
It was probably Richard or something. It's me being you.
That's it. By the way, no one can do an impression of me, and Matt just proved that.
That was
I
you
would
being
try and
Will.
see
His
what
name
I-
is Richard or something. Was your impression of Will?
Yeah,
Right?
it was Will getting a fact wrong.
It was Will getting a fact wrong. It's my impression of Will getting a fact wrong. It's the worst 80s comedian I've ever heard.
France is in London. Booyah.
Okay, whatever. So, Alex, you like that movie? So, I got to check it out.
Please watch it.
Yes.
Alex, you saw a different movie.
Yeah, you saw Jurassic World, Alex. What did you think?
J-Dub. Yeah, I saw J-Dub. I saw J-Dub.
J-Dub.
It's a good, it's a popcorn flick.
Oh.
I wasn't really overly impressed by it or anything, but I wouldn't go out of my way to see it again. But it was good.
Like a lot of very silly stuff happens, but do you think it's worth seeing in the theater on that scope?
If you're gonna see it, you gotta see it in theaters. Yeah,
They're running an ad.
I didn't see it in
now.
3D because I hate 3D.
Yeah, I saw it in
I
2D
don't
also,
do it.
but I was kind of like, I kind of wish I did see it in 3D. But
I don't get that at all, man.
but whatever. I still I saw the movie and I got the story.
Pixar has another movie coming out this year. I completely forgot about
The
that.
Good Dinosaur. It's
The
true.
Good Dinosaur.
I think I mentioned
Good
that. last week.
Dinosaur.
It seemed like every preview before Inside Out was like, is this all the same movie? Like, this is one's like, what if the asteroid didn't hit the Earth? And the next one's like, what if humans never existed? And here's Zoomanity. And you're like, okay.
Pardon
I
me,
kinda like that
Zoomanity?
I think that's what it's called. Zootania?
No,
Zootopia.
Zoomanity. Zoomanity sounds like a clever title.
It's Zootopia.
Sounds like that exists.
Zoo, manatee.
But there's an ad now for Jurassic World, which is like, go see it again, and they're just like showing the third act on TV. I'm like, what?
Oh, really? Just like, here's everything that
Well, not
happens?
everything that happens, but they're showing some key stuff, which is like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
like, hey, whole world, you've seen it already. Let's go back. You know what happens here.
yeah.
Matt, are you going to see that or no?
I expect to, yeah.
Yeah.
The wife of mine who did not like the short film before Pixar surprised me and said, "Yeah, I kind of want to see that." I said, "All right, sure."
Surprised me and
I
said,
don't know how she didn't like the short film. I listen to
It's not
that
that she didn't
song
like
every
it.
day.
I know. I think
The
I'm
best.
gonna buy it on iTunes.
it's Eunice. By the way,
It's Eunice.
this is something that I noticed at the draft. Going back to that real quick, the movie
The
themes
draft.
they would play, the NHL draft,
No.
the movie,
Draft. I heard giraffe.
the giraffe,
NHL Draft.
The
NHL Draft.
He's going to be the mascot for the Las Vegas team.
The Las Vegas Giraffes.
He'll be
Oh,
Necky, the Las Vegas Giraffe. No, they played movie themes anytime someone was selected. They'd be like someone would be picked, and they played the Jurassic Park theme and Duel of Fates, and I thought that was pretty entertaining.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Definitely do that. Oh yeah, quick shout out to that same wife. Happy second anniversary to
Oh, I was gonna say I thought that was coming up
That's
soon, and it is.
adorable.
I should probably get you something other than a shout out on a podcast I run.
Yeah.
But
Hey, this is
Oh,
priceless.
excuse
Still
me? So hold on. Let's go back.
sorry, I run it with you
Wait
guys.
a tick.
Well,
Wait
I'm
a
not.
tick.
I'm not the sole.
He edits it.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Whatever. I'm an equal
I
partner.
mean, he adds music in. It's not like there's any cuts really. Any cuts or scratches really get in there.
He edits out swears. Do you want to swear, Alex?
if
Do
I
you
don't
wanna
want
start
to,
swearing?
please don't. Please don't.
I swore once as Matt as a 3-year-old talking to the WWE wrestling line. That's what happened.
I like that you
Right? It
blame.
happened.
I like that you semi-blame Matt for that. I was doing an impression of Matt, so technically it's his fault because of something
Yeah,
he
it is
said.
Matt. It is
I
Matt's
was doing a
fault.
character. I was doing a character. It was him.
I edit the podcast a lot less than other people do. Not like of this podcast, but other podcasts. I see some people who go through and they like, oh man, it's insane. Not to get too podcast centric, but people edit too much. Go with the flow.
Give me
It's more
7
natural.
examples.
Some people don't edit enough because I've heard a couple times on Steve's shows like Stacey cut that part out, and they keep going. I'm like, Stacey didn't cut that part out, Steve. He'll start something he'll start something and then start it again. Like it's like I learned that from my movie training.
I would not.
And they don't cut it out either.
My movie training.
That's
I've been on movies. I've been on sets. Anyway.
Seth MacFarlane.
See, your Austin impression's really good, but it's because you listen to his podcast too much. You
I haven't heard it in a while.
Did you get anything out of that? I mean, I don't
Out of his
really- I don't
podcast?
get it. Yeah.
I like it.
Alex is asking if you enjoy.
I think it's
It seems
interesting.
very
'cause
fluffy.
He just like
Fluff.
he actually did have. Speaking of fluffy guy, Gabriel Iglesias did have him on the show. I think you're one funny mother. Anyway, I can't see the rest of that. No, his.
You see, we expose truth in society,
That's
and we
right.
analyze, and we give people a whole heck of a lot. Austin, I don't know so much.
Well, he does 2 shows a week, which is too many. He does one where he doesn't swear and one where he does. He does the family-friendly show. So he's like, I'm picturing a family in the 1950s sitting around a radio.
Huddled around their radio.
Listening to Steve Austin talk about...
Going, how the F do we get a podcast on this thing?
Talking about his wife going to Zumba class and doing an open for the podcast as his illustrious wife of 10 years, Kristen. She's a special needs teacher. And he lives in Marina Del Rey. I know so much about his life.
What?
Yeah.
This is weird.
I would not have expected any of that.
See? Exactly. That's the truth I'm exposing right now.
That's what you get out of the podcast. Intimate knowledge of Stone Cold Steve Austin's life.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and really I'm like, I don't know why I'm listening to this. Like, I listen to JR's, and he just, the stuff he says about the wrestling.
You do way too much wrestling stuff. You listen to Jericho's, Austin's, and JR's.
I haven't listened to Jericho's for a while. I think the last one I heard was when Kevin Owens was on his show.
Who? Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
We're talking about podcasts here. We're talking about Will maybe being questionably podcast. Will, do you have a podcast you want to recommend to anybody? Like just in general? Other one you've talked about on the show before or one you haven't?
Like a hidden gem? I don't know.
Not even necessarily. Just, hey, I listen to this. Folks of the podcast might want to listen to this too.
Well, the series I need to listen to more is Invisibilia, which is the NPR podcast that they kind of came out with after Serial, kind of capitalizing on that kind of popularity.
What's it about?
It's about stuff you can't see. And the first episode was about...
So air?
Well, yeah. The first episode was about thoughts and how people think of thoughts and all that sort of thing. The 2 hosts sound exactly alike, and they acknowledge that in the first episode. It's like, I'm this person, and I'm this person, and before you guys say anything, yeah, we do sound alike. It's like
maybe we shouldn't host a podcast.
They're like,
together.
give us some time, and we'll grow on you. And they tell one story about I think they call him like the Electric Kid or something. They tell one story about this guy from South Africa who basically lost the ability to really do anything. And he kind of had to be taken care of by his folks for so long. And I'm not going to give away his story, but it's incredible. It's an incredible story. So Invisibilia by NPR, they finished up, I think, back in February. So there's a bunch more episodes I need to check out. There's one guy I know, there's a story about a guy who he's blind, but he hikes through the woods based on echolocation. So
that's awesome.
See, okay, so, and I haven't even heard that one yet, but I've
got lost in the woods twice hiking, and I have 20/20 vision.
Especially in hindsight, you can look back and be like, that was a mistake. But that's an example of something I should listen to more. Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff with the wrestling business, but I'm just trying to, keep up on stuff. I don't know. And anyway, there you go.
Fair enough.
That's my That's my clever recommendation. I listen to a lot of crap too, but got to pass the day somehow.
Fair enough. Alex, do you have one you want to recommend?
I don't. I'm kind of lacking on my podcast lately. Okay. Downloaded Spotify, so just listening to a bunch of music lately.
Podcasts are kind of inherently the opposite of music. Can't listen to both. Well, you could, but it seems weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even really listen to ones that I used to like. I don't listen to Nerdist at all.
Yeah.
I listen to Nerdist depending on the guest.
Even then. Like, I listened when Pratt was on it. That was about it. And that was only, I don't know, like maybe 40 minutes or something like that, 50 minutes. No. I don't have anything, unfortunately, Matt. I'll keep you posted. Okay. Like, the ones I listen to are done. It's like The Moment with Brian Koppelman, the James Altucher Show, Tim Ferriss podcast.
What was that second one there?
James Altucher?
Yeah, what's that?
He is, I don't know, it's not even really, it's not a good podcast at all. Like, he'll have some people on there that are very kind of famous, not famous, but very kind of good at their professions. Mm-hmm. And you kind of like listen to their tricks of the trade and stuff like that.
Like he'll have a really good dentist on one week?
No, more in the arts and finance world than dentistry.
Can you say no like that again?
No.
Okay. I just wanted you to know what you sound like.
No. No. What's wrong with saying no like that?
It's funny. No, we're laughing. I'm not offended at all. We're laughing.
We're all having fun here.
Maddie, what's your podcast recommendation?
If you're not tired of listening to guys talk about movies they saw, I like a podcast called the Movie BS Podcast with Bayer and Snyder. Jeff Bayer, Eric Snyder, they're both movie critics that are based out of Portland. They do a lot of their reviews online, so they are a lot of fun. They have a podcast they've been doing for a while. They just did their 267th episode, I want to say.
Oh, yes, and, the famed 267th anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yes.
And of course. It's such an enjoyable podcast. I listen to it, Fridays when I'm coming back from work, and it's just a good way to ease into the weekend. They're great. I listen to the reviews of movies, even ones I have no intention of seeing, and it's good. They're very good.
Have they? So have they yet kind of flipped your opinion on a movie that you weren't interested in seeing, and they were like, "You guys need to check this out"? Like, do you heed their recommendations?
Yeah. Oh gosh, what's I'm trying to think. Because usually it's the smaller ones that like I haven't seen like a movie like Fruitvale Station, but they talk pretty highly about it.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be very good.
Well, that's the point. I think it's the point of those review shows, where it's like they find these, I won't say hidden gems, but like these little, I'll say critical darlings or indie darlings, and they put their stamp on it. You're like, well, I guess worth checking out. Yeah, like I really want to see this Ex Machina movie that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, they like that one.
Yeah,
I like them because I know that my taste is at least similar to theirs. So if they don't like something, I probably won't like it either. So that's good for me.
Would you listen to a review show if their taste was the opposite of yours? You're like, maybe I should.
And not necessarily. Like I find they're very entertaining beyond just their opinions on shows.
Well, that's the point of a show.
There's utility to it that wouldn't be there with somebody who had different opinions.
There you go.
And what's it called again?
It's called Movie BS.
Oh, okay.
It's called the BS Report.
And I think that
with my favorite person, Bill Simmons.
And I think
I don't know why you hate Bill Simmons.
Ian Hallam from the show. He just I think they just released last week another film night podcast where they talked about Jurassic World. Obviously, it's on the lips of all the people these days. And happy belated birthday yesterday. Ian turned he turned 46 yesterday.
46
Ooh, boy.
years
yeah,
of age.
He's
like a day over 16.
Yeah, a lot of Botox, that kid.
Oh yeah,
well,
you gotta.
You're
in the biz. You gotta look fresh,
right? You gotta slam. You
gotta eat.
Somebody your body down and wind it all.
There you go. Slam your body down. Zig zig.
Oh, so you went Spice Girls, and I went the opening song to Workaholics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. We're good.
Alex, I have to point something out to you.
Zig zig. Can you? Yeah, sure.
I think last week you had complained about how Will always ends the show. We're getting down to it.
Oh right, we said we were not. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So I just kind of want to give that to you as an option.
What? No, don't end the show.
Well, because otherwise Will's going to do it. Alex.
No, I'm not going to do it. No,
that's fine.
I
don't mind that he does it. It just seems like every time we're talking, I was like, yeah. So I'm on Twitter. I'm like, I wasn't ready for that, but
well, this time you can be ready for it.
You
can
so much more things to say.
Else, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, so what else do you have to say this week in your infinite wisdom?
No, other than good for the United States for passing that marriage law.
That was crazy. To me, it came out of nowhere, but it was great.
Came out of nowhere. So yeah, I am a person who doesn't, and this is going to be a terrible thing. Is like we don't have to get into this, but this will be an interesting statement where I don't feel like the government should have any business telling people who they can or cannot marry, as long as we're talking about two consensual adults. So the fact that you even have to have this process is kind of stupid to me. But having said that, I'm glad the decision finally came through. So yeah.
Well, I mean,
we don't have to get into that. But.
The United States are a fun adventure, and so what power do each branch of government have? Yeah. The states are like, I think I can ban this, and the Supreme Court's like, we don't think so.
How stupid do people look protesting the removal of the Confederate flag? Like, there's just people out there like all waving their Confederate flags. You're like, you look
so stupid,
so ridiculous right now. Like, think about
nothing really worth fighting for there.
It's not worth fighting for at all.
Yeah. No, I agree. This is getting political. I like it. What else, guys? What else? What's going on in Canadian politics? The United States.
It's boring.
Yeah, the United States is so much more entertaining.
Though. A bunch of signs popping up everywhere. So I feel like
for what?
For the federal election.
Is that already?
I see signs popping up.
A lot of commercials.
So we'll see what happens with that. That's going to be called within the next 4 months, I think.
Like, I don't know anybody involved in the election other than Justin Trudeau, because he's all over the Liberal ads, and he's also the focus of all the attack ads. And to me, all the attack ads.
You get to know Stephen Harper's involved.
Is he still? I want to say eligible. Is he still? I feel like
there's no rule. There's no rule in Canada.
Oh, okay. So you can be incumbent for however. Okay. I just feel like he's been
it kind of worries me you didn't know
Prime
that, but that's okay.
Well,
we'll name the leader of the NDP. Go.
Oh my God! I was gonna say Jack Layton. Don't. Oh God!
Jack Layton, sadly not ruling from the grave.
Yes,
Whoops, almost said.
Almost it ish. I have no earthly clue. I have no idea.
Really? Okay, that's interesting to me.
When we say the name Tom Mulcair, does that mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. I guess it's. But I'm guessing that's him.
Thomas Mulcair.
I'm
He
guessing
might be your
that's
prime
him.
minister in less than a year.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'll know his name then.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm really not up on Canadian politics, but you guys.
No, we can
And
tell.
you have proved it.
You guys are crushing it, though.
You didn't know that Stephen Harper could still run, and you knew one leader. You knew one leader, so that's like one.
You gotta
of
know
the
who
three
Elizabeth
bad.
May is, though, right?
Whatever.
She's
I'm looking. I'm looking. To move.
Yes, I guess she kind of. At least she's in the debates now. So
I'm looking to move to the States anyway. So
I told somebody that
that's
I was
good.
going to see the Foo Fighters play in Boston. I'm like, oh, cool! You get to see 1/4 of Nirvana. I was like, yeah, totally. Tell me the fourth member of Nirvana right now.
the manager, he was the silent member.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, do you guys know the
Quarter of Nirvana.
guys-
You do get to see at least a quarter of
Do you guys
Nirvana.
know who the premier of BC is? Do you guys know the premier?
It's
lady?
Yes, it is a lady.
It's
Chrissy Clark.
Oh
Chrissy
yeah,
Clark.
because you guys only know that because of the Yoga Day thing that happened.
That's not true. Alex.
What?
Alex
What's the
works-
Yoga Day thing?
Alex is working.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute.
And I have a political
Alex-
science
yes,
degree.
yeah.
My company literally
Both
ran
of
the
us make
election that
sense that
she
we know
got
things.
elected in for. So,
All right, so you have a political science degree and Alex works in elections. Of course, I don't know who these other people
Will,
are.
you have to know the three. There's three leaders.
There's three.
Okay? There's three.
What about the
I
Green
guess four
Party?
if you include Elizabeth May, which we need to start doing now, even though the party
And
doesn't
Gilles
have a
Doucette
seat.
makes 5. Come on, man.
Who's Gilles Doucette?
The Bloc.
He's the newly reminted leader of the Bloc Québécois.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Alex is not finishing this podcast, so...
So, guys, I'm on Twitter
Oh wait, I have more to talk about.
at Evaughanix, EVAUGHANICS.
Yes.
Will's on Twitter at... I don't ever remember your Twitter handle.
Yeah, but you know who
William C. Vaughn.
You know
it's
who
Matt's
Elizabeth May
MP
is.
Vaughn. That's the one I never remember. I'm always like, at Matt, and it's just like, no. I'm like,
At
really?
Matt Bat.
If you
At Matt Bat, at Sat.
if
Cat,
you have
Bat.
political opinions, please broadcast them all over Twitter and
course.
tag all of
Yes.
us.
Just remember that whatever you believe politically,
actually
if you announce it on Twitter, it makes no difference in the world. So just remember that, folks.
Your vote is your vote. Your vote is your voice. Your vote is your vote and your voice. And doing it on Twitter is just kind of speaking into the darkness.
And it is what it is. Thanks.
Is
folks.
what it
Remember,
is.
you can't
Was what it
complain
was.
if you don't vote.
Not true. Feel free to complain and not vote. Okay, sorry, real quick. I don't like the people who are like, oh, you have to vote. If you don't want to, you don't vote. Honestly, don't vote if you don't want to. You have the right to vote and the right not to. If you're not feeling politically engaged, don't bother.
Like you're saying, abstaining is using your voice in a different way.
You're not a hero for voting. It's not.
No, I'm.
Yeah,
I,
abstaining is
I think
exactly.
that was a jump. I think that was a jump.
that was a
Yeah.
large jump.
Heroism.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not a hero. Whoa. Don't be
You're not a
throwing
hero
out
for
the H
voting. Well,
word.
just because people are like,
That's
well,
a 4-letter word we don't say in this podcast.
just because people are like, oh, yeah, you have to vote. No, if you don't feel politically inclined to, don't. Nothing's more powerful than seeing like, oh, there's 40% of Canadians didn't bother voting this election because they don't.
That's
care.
exactly what I said. Abstaining is using your voice in a different way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you look at the reasoning for people not voting, it's not always because I wasn't politically engaged.
But 40% of Canadians could have a billion reasons.
40% of Canadians vote. 60% don't.
That's not true.
Was the turnout
It's-
last time 60%?
Yeah.
60%
It
abstain.
was more than 60. It was like 62% voted
Oh, that
last year.
seems high.
Really?
Yeah. Well, municipal ones, you get like 30, 35, 40.
Yeah,
Anything
oh,
over 50
it's
is good.
garbage municipally.
Yeah.
And by-elections and stuff provincially, also
Oh, yeah.
garbage. 'Cause politics sucks, guys. I have a degree in it, but it's horrible.
Hey, does the marijuana party still exist?
No, but Justin Trudeau wants to make pot legal, so they're de facto.
Oh, okay.
Ipso facto.
Anyway, folks, this got really political really quickly. Have a good week.
Yeah, next week we're tackling religion.
61%. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if we want to go there, but that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, did I tell you I
It's good
saw
turnout.
I saw the premiere of Ballers, the Rock's new show where he plays.
Yeah, thoughts?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. A good football show.
It's good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Football
I haven't seen
show.
True Detective yet, but I feel like that
I
will
saw the
be
first episode. It's different, but it's
not as
It's
good.
different.
I guess that's the thing. There's not a lot of shows like where you have like completely. It's like season 2, completely new cast. You're like, all right.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Like The Wire, there's always different areas,
Yeah.
that come up. But this one's just like, no, completely different. You're like, okay.
There you go. Anyway, I'm hungry, so we should stop.
All right. Well, you cleared out earlier, so I can understand that.
Yeah, exactly. And evacuation.
Yeah. All right, boys and girls and cows and squirrels. I guess we'll see you around the bend.
Especially the cows. Bye.